All right. Let's get this thing going and let's do it. All right. Halftime report for Super Bowl LX, aka Super Bowl 60. I got to make sure I got the right mic input, which I do. I have my main mic for my computer here. We should be good. All right. Stream is officially booted up and underway. This game, I suppose, so far has been relatively interesting. It's a very defensive game. A very, very defensive battle here between both these teams. Seahawks defense looks brutally dominant so far in this game. Patriots have held the Seahawks offense to only a 9-point output, but unfortunately the Pats can't get shit going on the ground or through the air in this game. Drake May looks super rattled. I know he's a second-year young quarterback in the league, but still got to play a bit better. The line has to protect better for certain. There's a lot of things both teams could be doing better. I think the Seahawks passing game needs some improvements if they want to cling on to that 9-point lead they have right now. And another thing is the Patriots. Their pass blocking is the worst I've ever seen in a Super Bowl. It is the worst I've ever seen. They're not giving their young quarterback enough time to drop back and scan the field and throw the football on time and on target. There needs to be changes made for the Patriots here. They need to make some fucking adjustments halftime. Vrabel will hopefully get his guys out swinging because the Pats get the football to start the second half of this game. And if they want to try to win this Super Bowl, they're going to need to score on the first drive and cutting that lead somehow, some way. But right now, what they're doing, simply put, isn't working. They got to get creative in the ground game. Maybe a trick play or two to catch the Seahawks D off balance. But right now, what they're doing isn't working, and they're sticking to it. The play calling has been pretty bad so far this game for the Patriots offense. They need to try to get something going, because not only is what they're not doing working, the Seahawks know. The Seahawks know what the Patriots are going to call and how they're going to call it in the sequencing in which they're going to call the plays. So shit needs to change for them. As for the Seahawks, defensively, they're doing their thing out there in that field. Offense could use a lot of work. I think if the Seahawks get to, I think if they get to 20, they should be good. They should win this Super Bowl here. They should win this football game if they get to 20 points. If they don't get to 20 points, then I think the Pats have a good chance of coming back and winning, but the Pats need to get some offense going, and they've just had a complete sloth-like offensive output where they can't run, they can't pass, they can't protect. The play calling is ass. Everything and then some needs to change for this team. Defensively, for the Patriots, nothing needs to change. Like, you're doing everything you can. You've held them to 3 field goals, although you're down by 2 scores now. Your defense is holding them to what you need to hold them to. You need them to kick field goals if you want to win this football game, because the Seahawks offense is good. Now, their run game has been very good. Their run defense has been very porous throughout this game. But it's not much to worry about because they only have 9 points. It's not like they're up 17-0, right? Like, oh, game's over, right? Or 20-0, game's over, right? The game's not over. This football game is well within reach. It's all about their offensive output. If their offense can make plays, then they have a chance at coming back and winning the Super Bowl. If they don't make plays, they're going to fucking lose. It's that simple. Let me read some of your guys' comments. I mean, yeah, the offenses have sucked in this game. They have sucked so bad in this game. Drake May also has looked really rattled. Once again, I understand. I really understand that he's a young quarterback. He's in his second year in the National Football League, but his performance has not been acceptable. I know he's under a lot of pressure, but he has got to be more accurate. He's got to be more on time. He's missed a couple throws he should have hit, a couple throws behind, overthrown, stuff like that. Darnold has not been great either, but he has been the lesser of the two evils in today's game, right? He missed a throw to JSN for a touchdown. That probably should have been picked by Christian Gonzalez. He's had like 2 drop picks, but May had a drop pick earlier in the game. Both of them have gotten lucky in this game, so both of them aren't playing well, but Drake May's playing worse than Darnold. Darnold is at least, completing his easy passes, where Drake May either doesn't have the time to complete the easy passes or isn't hitting them or isn't seeing them. So offensively, the Patriots need change. And offensively for the Seahawks, what your strategy probably should end up being in the second half is you want to run the football like you've never run the football before in this season. You want to run it, and it's going to work because their defense has not provided any resistance against the run game. For the first couple of runs in the game, the Pats look competent stopping the run, but now they can't stop the fucking run. So what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do if you're the Patriots? You're going to try to key in and stop the run because that's been their bread and butter. They've not been able to throw the ball all over the place in this game. So why would you really make an adjustment to stop the passes to stopping the run? You've got to stop the fucking run. It's that simple. Now, coaching-wise in this game, I think McDonald's doing a better job coaching his guys on Seattle's end. Their defenses look very good. They're blitzing. They're aggressive. They're attacking the football. They're making plays on the ball. They're sacking the quarterback. Right now, they look very sharp. They look very good, and they look fast. They look fast, and that is the key word. If your guys are looking quick off the ball, then you're looking good for the sort of future of this game. The Patriots, they look good. They don't look sluggish either. Their defense, it's just the run defense that needs to improve, essentially, right? If they don't get any sort of a substantial run established where they can actually consistently stop Kenneth Walker in the run game, then Kenneth Walker is going to walk out of here with the Super Bowl MVP. My Super Bowl MVP pick right now is either Devon Witherspoon or Kenneth Walker. I would probably give it to Devon Witherspoon because he's made the biggest impact in this game other than Kenneth Walker. So, both quarterbacks have been bad. The O-line for the Patriots has been atrocious. Drake May needs to play better under pressure. I have the Seahawks winning this game, I think. I don't even know. If I had to sort of predict the final score of this game, right? If I had to give sort of an estimation, I would go with I would probably go with Seahawks 19 to Patriots 6. I would give the Patriots 6. I think they're going to score. I don't think they're going to be shut out. I think the run game eventually will pop off a little bit, but I don't think it's going to I don't think it's going to be something that's okay. Well, they're getting 8 yards a carry in the second half. I think it's going to be steady. I think it definitely is going to improve from the putrid first half. Their running game, they need to get Ramondre Stevenson some carries. They need to get him up the middle. And listen, Travion Henderson has been a total non-factor. They've only given him the football twice in this game. I think they gave it to him on like a screen or something like that, and he lost a couple yards as well. You need to get him going. You need to get him out in the open field, and if he can run rapid in the open space. I don't know what we're doing with the play calling if we're the New England Patriots when it comes to passing. It seems like everything's underneath. They've taken one shot deep down the football field, and that's not going to be enough. You need to get more aggressive, attack the intermediate to deep portion of the field. If you don't do that, they're going to be sitting on routes within 10 yards, and they're going to be sitting on the running game, and they're going to kill you, and you won't score. Let's see. This is how the Patriots won't score. If they do the same type of play calls they've been doing the whole first half in the second half of this game, they will not score a point. It will not be competitive. They will fucking lose the game, probably 24-0, and the Seahawks will walk out as the Super Bowl champions. Now, the Seahawks running game has obviously been great, but Darnold, I think he needs to be sharper. I'm going to be honest. He's gotten lucky a couple of times so far. And you've got to avoid those turnovers in the Super Bowl. It's the Super Bowl. You don't want to turn it over. No team has turned it over so far. But if I had to pick a team that's probably going to turn it over, I'd probably pick the Seahawks because Darnold is throwing into a bit too much of coverage. They're both protecting the ball pretty well, but both teams have gotten very lucky. And I think New England needs to incorporate Drake May, their quarterback, into the rushing game. If they get him into the running game with some QB runs or some zone reads or something, to get him in the open field, I think they are like some, designed runs, some quarterback draws, right? Something to get the run game going. You don't have to go to your running backs to get a run game going. You can try to run your quarterback. I know you don't want to get your young superstar QB hurt in the biggest game of his life, but still, you've got to take risks. Those risks have to be measured. Those risks have to be calculated. And this is one of the ones I think is going to be a measured and calculated risk, running the quarterback more, trying to do something, anything in the running game. Because if you're not able to establish shit with your running backs, why do you keep running your running backs, right? Why are we not doing a jet sweep? Why are we not doing a QB run? Why are we not doing some trick play, right? Why are we not doing a reverse? Something, like a boot the quarterback. Do something to establish this rushing game other than running up the middle with your tailbacks. It's not working, so why on God's green earth are we doing it? I don't know, right? It's been relatively boring. I don't think it's been like, oh, it's the most boring Super Bowl in history, right? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the fact that a lot of people are gonna, think, oh, it's the most boring first half ever. I think it was not that entertaining, but it's not as bad as some people probably are making it out to be. I don't think it's that bad, guys. I think it's just a defensive battle. It's a defensive war in the trenches for both teams, and that's just what it is. Like, it's the Super Bowl. You shouldn't really be expecting a very high-scoring game. This probably should have been the expected result to begin with, but still, it's a defensive war between these teams, and right now the Seahawks are winning and then some, and the Patriots just have to find answers, and if the run game doesn't get going, they're going to have to start passing or try to get tricky, something, and there's no trick plays. Neither team has really ran a trick play, right? And it's going to come eventually, right? One of these teams is going to get really aggressive and dial up a trick play, whether it be the Patriots, whether it be the Seahawks. One of these teams is going to do a trick play. And that's how it's going to be. One of these teams will pull out the trickery when it matters most, right? Maybe even when the game's on the line, they might pull out the trick play. But it's coming eventually. There's going to be some excitement. There might be some sparks flying, hopefully, in this second half. Hopefully we get a bit more offense in this game. But as for defensively, I like what I'm seeing from both teams other than the run defense of the Patriots, which definitely needs some improvements, right? I mean, it was a pretty quick first half. So the pace of the game, the pace of the game is pretty good, right? Like, I feel like both teams are, I guess, I mean, they're going like slow, right? Like, there's a lot of running in this game. Both teams are sort of predominantly running. At least from what I've seen, the Seahawks have thrown it probably way too much. They should be running more. I think they've passed more than they've been running it, but still, both teams, there's a lot of incompletions, but still, it feels like the time is sort of going by quickly. I feel like that was a pretty quick first half for this game. And that's the key for the Seahawks. You want to drain clock because you have a 2-score lead. If you end up stopping them on their first drive of the second half of this football game and you get the ball, you want to run the fucking football. You want to run. You want to take as much clock off as possible and try to just get out of that game as quick as you can, right? You want to get out of that game. You want to just run the ball because Kenneth Walker's averaging almost 7.5 yards a carry. So keep giving him the ball. He's the bell cow for this offense. You keep giving him the ball, you're probably going to win the game. Yeah, New England's offense, I don't know if they're going to get good offense going in this Super Bowl. I don't know. Their offense in this, I would agree that their offense in this playoff run they've had, has been very putrid, and that's almost a compliment, right? Drake May has been, just bad. He's not been good. He's not the reason they're in the Super Bowl. It's their defense and their running game has made plays when it matters, right? Their defense and rushing attack has been great. Drake May's not really been the guy to lead in the Super Bowl. He's done the things that have needed to be done, but it's not like he's the sole reason they're there. He's probably not even one of the top 3 or 4 fucking reasons the Patriots are in the Super Bowl. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, yeah, I disagree with you, but still, their defense is keeping them in this game. Drake May looks rattled under the pressure. I know the lights are at their brightest setting right now, but something's got to give for the Patriots right now. Something's got to give for them because if it doesn't give, if they don't score on the first drive, even 3 points would be good because you're making it a 6-point game. And if you get a stop and score a touchdown, you're fucking winning the football game, right? You're going to be winning 10-9. But still, man, it's a battle of the two great defenses in Super Bowl 60 right now. And it's not the most exciting. It's not the most flashy. It's not the most entertaining game the world has ever seen. But honestly, it should have been expected. You got two of the best defenses in the National Football League clashing heads. And this is the sort of the result that we're getting so far in this game. Damn, I've been streaming for 13 minutes. I didn't even realize that. I've been streaming for 13 minutes. Is my audio that bad? Is it my audio? Hold on. Someone said the audio is bad. Is it? I don't think it is. Is it? No, it's not. We're good. Yeah, I think it just has like a weird echo effect. I have some audio filters on my OBS for noise suppression because I got a fan because I live in Florida. Even in Florida, even in February, I mean, it's pretty fucking not cold. It's pretty warm. So I got a fan on me. I got to make sure the noise of the fan doesn't get through the microphone's filter and it doesn't annoy the fuck out of people in the stream. Then people leave the stream or complain about the audio. This, that, you get the point I'm trying to make, right? But yeah, it's been, I guess, a bit of an interesting game. I don't think it's as entertaining as it should be, right? Yeah, I'm like nasally. I have a nasally fucking voice. I can't really control that, boys. I'm sorry. I was born with this voice. I'm probably going to end up dying with this voice, so I'm not insinuating I'm going to die like in 2 years, but still. You get the point I'm trying to make. I have a very yeah, great job, me. I'm an idiot. I have a pretty high-pitched, nasally voice. There's nothing I can do to control it, right? Yeah, I don't know if the Patriots are going to score. I have no idea because with the way their offense is, and play calling. That is the key in this game. Both teams are not calling good plays on the offensive side of the football. They are not playing good, and especially the New England Patriots. Oh, Lord. I mean, they called like a draw on like 3rd and 4, and they lost like 3 yards, and they punted. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? It was egregiously bad and a stupid decision on the behalf of the New England Patriots to do that. But they've called a lot of really bad running plays and a lot of really super bad situations here. So that play calling thing needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed now because you can't possibly get back into this game. You can't possibly make this a football game if you're going to call these high school level plays. You cannot do that. You can't. Yeah, I mean, the New England offense is getting exposed, but let's be honest, the Seahawks defense is just amazing. Like, if the Patriots lose the Super Bowl, like 6-21, it's not going to be like, oh, well, you know, I know a lot of people will be like, oh, they got blown out. It wasn't competitive. Worst Super Bowl ever. But it's going to speak volumes of how great the Seahawks D was in this playoff run. And there's no, listen, I know it's the Super Bowl, but there's no shame in getting embarrassed by a bad defense. A good defense, excuse me. There's no shame in getting, not really embarrassed, but not playing well against the best defense in the National Football League in the biggest game of the NFL season, right? Now, there'd be a lot of shame if they lost 58-0, right? Because then their offense didn't show up and their defense sucked. Their defense is playing well. Despite their offense, they're playing a competitive football game, right? They're playing, it's competitive. I know it's a 9-point game, it's a 2-possession game, but let's be honest. It's a competitive game. And they can make something of this football game if they just call better fucking plays, if they make the running game way more unique, if they get more creative, if they actually try to take a shot down the field, if their line blocks, first of all, gives it May the time. And by the way, Will Campbell, you're getting pushed back. Will Campbell, you are pushing the pocket back every single play. I mean, Will Campbell, it's simple. He needs to play better. He has been the weakest link on that O-line. He has been the weakest link by far on the Pats offensive line. I know that that Jared Wilson dude, another rookie, I think the left guard, I believe, is playing poorly as well. But my God, Will Campbell gets beat every rep in pass protection. Every single rep in pass protection. He has been killed. He's getting pushed back. He's getting bulldozed. He can't reach out far enough. He does not look stable in pass protection. And yeah, Christian Gonzalez, listen, he's been great. He is covering JSN and the rest of the Seahawks wideouts really well. He's the defensive MVP right now for the Patriots in this Super Bowl game. But the fact is, it doesn't matter how good your fucking defense plays. If you can't score points, you can't win the Super Bowl. You can't hoist up the Lombardi Trophy at the end of the night if you can't score. That's how it's always going to be. You need to be able to score points. And they're not able to do it. They're not able to score points right now. And I'm not saying you need to score every single drive. You just need to set some sort of tone for this half. You just need to fucking go and score a field goal. And you're back in this football game, man. I'm not asking for 7 points on the first play from scrimmage of the second half of the Super Bowl. I'm asking for 3 fucking points from the New England Patriots offense. And it shouldn't be that hard to do. They have 0 points right fucking now, and something needs to change because if it doesn't, they will be embarrassed. And I'm praying, I'm hoping and I'm praying that this game can end up being more competitive because right now it doesn't look super competitive. I'm not saying, it's a blowout. Everyone turned the station off and the game is already over and, before it even ended and just, turn the shit off. Drake May sucks, yada, yada, this, that, all that bullshit. I'm saying I want to see the Patriots wake the hell up now. They need to wake up immediately because millions of Americans across the nation will turn their televisions off if the first drive they punt it or it's a turnover, fumble, pick, something, right? If it is an interception or if it is a turnover or if it is a 3-and-out and they punt the football on the first drive in the second half where they get the ball, guess what? There will be 10 million motherfuckers that will say, fuck this. The Seahawks are going to go and score. Game's over. Fuck you. I'm turning the game off. And that's the worst thing for the NFL, right? You don't want viewers to fucking leave. You want ratings, and you're not going to get ratings with a boring Super Bowl, right? So, yeah, man, the Patriots, wake the fuck up. And for the Seahawks, keep doing your thing, because guess what? What you're doing is working. Defensively, keep blitzing, get aggressive, make plays in coverage, tackle well. Offense, just score 9 more points and you're going to fucking win. There's no way the Patriots are going to score more than 20 points in this game. If you get to 19, if you get to 17, you're going to win. You probably can score 12 and win. I'd say the goal would probably be 15. Anything above 15, the Seahawks, if they play well defensively, they will win the Super Bowl. And Sam Darnold will be fucking holding up the Lombardi trophy, which is crazy. The Patriots have overachieved. A lot of people would say they aren't a deserving candidate. They don't deserve to be in the Super Bowl. But their defense says otherwise. Their defense is playing well in this game. And despite what a lot of people say, I think they do belong in this game. And they're proving it defensively. Offensively, they're proving all the haters out there in America right that they don't deserve to be on the same field as the Seahawks defense. So once again, they need to just get better. It's that fucking simple. It's not. You don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to be a rocket scientist. You don't need to be Albert Einstein level genius. You don't need to be a heart surgeon. You don't need to be a brain surgeon. You don't need to be fucking Nostradamus to understand that this game needs to change, and the Patriots are the ones who need to change it by playing better on offense. It is what it is, man. Is that I don't know if the halftime show is still on. I'm still rambling on, yapping. I'm surprised that they're giving the Seahawks are giving George Olani, their third-string running back, as many reps as they are. I know they've only given it to him 3 times, but still, it feels like a game where you just use Kenneth Walker as the bell cow and just say, hey, listen, Kenneth, you're going to be the fucking main man in this game, and you're going to lead us to the Super Bowl. And right now, my Super Bowl MVP is Kenneth Walker. That is who it is. It is Kenneth Walker, and then my second guy would probably be Devon Witherspoon, because I believe he has 2 sacks, or 1.5, or whatever. He right now looks like the MVP of the Super Bowl, along with Kenneth Walker. There's no one for the Patriots that looks like a Super Bowl MVP right now. Drake May certainly doesn't fucking act like one. He certainly doesn't fucking act. He's not acting like one. Ramondre Stevenson, that guy's averaging fucking 2 yards a carry. Travion Henderson is yet to get a positive yard. I just checked in this fucking game. Yeah, Darnold's actually not looking bad. He's not been good. I'm not saying he's been great. Or he's a fucking world beater. He's amazing. His completion percent is 50, but listen, he's not turned it over, even though he's gotten lucky. But Drake May has gotten lucky. He probably should have fumbled and thrown a pick at least once. Both quarterbacks are getting lucky, so you can't say, oh, well, he's been getting lucky, because both fucking guys have been getting lucky in this football game. He's completing the easy passes. There's a couple that he missed that he shouldn't have missed. Let's be honest, folks. He shouldn't have missed the one to JSN early in the game. That should have been just the easiest walk-in touchdown in the history of the Super Bowl. Darnold straight up Garoppolo'd that one, and real ones know about the Jimmy Garoppolo missed throw, and what was it, Super Bowl 50, whatever the fuck it was. I forgot what Super Bowl that was. I mean, everyone did, but regardless, what the fuck is this commercial? This is a weird ass commercial. Oh my goodness, fucking robots on my screen. Get off my screen, you drones. Why are you drinking water? I thought you hated water. Okay, this is the worst commercial I've ever seen. This is the stupidest commercial of all time. Whatever. Yeah, but Drake May has 50 passing yards. Their running offense has 30 rushing yards. And they're not playing well. It's that simple. Listen, Stephon Diggs has 1 catch. You need to get Stephon Diggs going. You need to get Ramondre Stevenson going. You need to get Travion Henderson going in your offense. Because if you're New England, you don't have a chance. Garoppolo, yeah, I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo, I believe he is still in the league as a backup for the Rams, I think. Let me look up Jimmy G. Let's see. Yeah, he is a backup quarterback for the Rams. I forgot that he is still in the National Football League. Man, I mean, that's crazy. He's still scamming an NFL team out of money. That is ridiculous. I mean, he's old as fuck. He can't move. He got no arm. I don't know how that guy's still in the league, but regardless, I think that's going to sort of wrap it up for this stream. Nice 25, 30-minute stream for you guys. The Super Bowl halftime report, because the game is about to go underway again. The Patriots need to get something going, because if they don't, they are well and truly fucked in this game. 9-0, the Seahawks lead. 2-possession lead. We're going to see what their defense can do, and most importantly, we're going to see what the Pats' offense is going to be able to produce to start the second half of the Super Bowl LX, aka Super Bowl 60. We're going to see what they can do. I don't trust them at all with the play calling, with their offense, with their run game. I don't think they're going to do much with the way the Seahawks D has looked in this game. But regardless of that, man, hopefully we get an entertaining finish, close finish in this game. We get a classic second half of a Super Bowl in this one. Thank you guys for tuning in to my Super Bowl LX Super Bowl 60 halftime report. This has been Mr. Truth, and this was nothing but the truth.